Hey gamers, thrill seekers and procrastinators avoiding real-life responsibilities. Today, we're diving into the pixelated wonderland of 2024's finest Steam games. Get ready for epic quests, virtual mayhem, and possibly a few questionable life choices. Buckle up, because these games are so good they might just ruin your social life. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, where Big Boss proves that revenge is a dish best served with a side of tactical espionage and a dash of snazzy eye patch. After a 9-year nap that makes Rip Van Winkle look like a light sleeper, our hero's back on the battlefield, ready to kick butt, take names, and probably misplace a few keys along the way. You're not just playing a game, you're constructing Mother Base, kidnapping soldiers like a recruitment consultant on a caffeine binge, and looting supplies like you're prepping for the apocalypse, all while Big Boss channels his inner grump against the villainous skull face. It's like James Bond meets Martha Stewart on steroids. Sure, the game's got more twists and turns than a soap opera, but it's not without its quirks. Think of it as the rebellious teenager of the gaming world. Brilliant, but with a penchant for staying out past curfew. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Because nothing says, "I'm back, baby," like infiltrating military installations with style and a whole lot of questionable life choices. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Because Sony realized keeping it exclusive was like guarding the blueprints to a classified potato salad recipe. This open-world Spidey escapade broke free from the PlayStation Fortress, and now we're swinging through Manhattan like Tarzan on an espresso overdose. Webbing up supervillains is our newfound pastime, right alongside binge-watching Spider-Man films and debating Aunt May's famous meatloaf compared to the classified potato salad. The PC remaster is the deluxe edition. You get the original game, the DLC, and probably Spider-Man's secret smoothie recipe, extra radioactive spiders, anyone? The Miles Morales spin-off is its own rockstar on Steam, and while the sequel's playing hard to get on PS5, this PC gem will keep you entertained like a stand-up comedian at a spider-themed comedy club. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Because superheroes are meant to be shared, like that elusive potato salad recipe at a neighborhood barbecue. Guilty Gear Strive, where anime-style fighting meets a visual feast and a combat system so speedy, even hummingbirds are like, "Dude, slow down."
Daddy, chill.
The series was the king, the MVP, the heavyweight champ of stylish brawls, but it had a tiny flaw casual players felt about as welcome as a mime at a metal concert. Enter Strive, the game that looked at its own complexity and said, "Let's make this relationship Facebook official." Arc System Works heard our pleas and dialed down the learning curve, making it as easy to pick up as your favorite snack, with way fewer calories. Sure, it's got fewer extra modes, but who needs extra when you've got visuals that make Picasso jealous and character play styles that are basically a symphony of martial arts? Online play is smoother than a silk pillowcase thanks to top-tier rollback netcode. And let's not forget the soundtrack. It's so good, you'll be brawling to the beat. Guilty Gear Strive, the series' cool cousin who finally invited everyone to the party and said, "Let's make fighting games fun again, shall we?" Gears Tactics, the unexpected love child of Gears of War and a board game strategist. Forget the jacked soldiers and their mutant horde drama. We're talking about a turn-based ballet of bullets and brains. It's like Gears of War went to a strategy school and aced all its exams, move over, chainsaw guns, it's time for some tactical tango. In a plot twist as surprising as finding out your grandma's secret cookie recipe has been a military strategy all along, Gears Tactics keeps the series' spirit alive. Expect the same cover-based antics, wild melee executions, and enemies more aggressive than your morning coffee. But wait, there's more. This game throws in tactical elements that make XCOM look like it's playing checkers against a grandmaster. It's like the Gears of War franchise put on a suit and tie. But instead of business meetings, it's here to strategize its way through the gaming world. Gears Tactics, where muscles meet maneuvers, and the only thing more impressive than the gore is the well-executed game design. Fire Pro Wrestling World. It started as a Steam Early Access hopeful, like a wrestler in training dreaming of championship belts and pyrotechnic entrances. But oh boy, did it graduate with honors. Spike Chunsoft's sports game turned into the kind of addictive wrestling title that makes you forget you have a job, responsibilities, or even a fridge full of leftovers. Forget the Xbox 360's avatar-based wrestling misadventure. That was like trying to wrestle with inflatable pool toys. Fire Pro Wrestling World is the triumphant return, with creation tools so robust they make Michelangelo's sculpting look like child's play. It's got more moves than a dance-off at a family wedding, MMA rules that make even the toughest fighters sweat, and gimmick matches wilder than a circus on roller skates. Tight controls and match pacing keep you on your toes or on the mat, depending on your skills. And hey, they didn't stop there. Online play means you can show off your digital wrestling prowess to the world. Steam Workshop integration lets you upload and download content like a wrestling black market, and New Japan Pro Wrestling DLC. It's like adding rocket fuel to an already turbocharged game engine. Fire Pro Wrestling World, where the only thing higher than the pile drivers is the level of pure, unadulterated fun. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, the game that took longer to arrive than your friend who's always just 5 minutes away. But hey, Square Enix finally pulled it off, and it's like the gaming gods threw a party. They took the classic, dusted it off, and gave it a facelift that would make even Hollywood stars jealous. They didn't just stop there, oh no. The opening Midgar chapters got a cyberpunk makeover, turning it into an action RPG extravaganza. It's like Final Fantasy met a futuristic rave, and the result is more thrilling than trying to find matching socks in the dark. Cloud, Barre, Tifa, Aerith, and Sephiroth are strutting their stuff like never before. It's like they got a backstage pass to the Game Character's Guide to Feeling Alive workshop. And just when you think you've got it all figured out, bam! The plot twists hit you harder than a surprise party for introverts. Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade, where nostalgia and futuristic vibes collide in a gaming dance-off that'll leave you grooving for sequels like there's no tomorrow.
Shut up and take my money!
Dota 2, the esports sensation that's as easy to learn as juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle. In other words, not at all.
It's not enough. They're trying to run away. Is it going to be enough to break, to catch the control? He time walks out of there, but now the turnaround. Big one coming through with the... Who does it to him? All the combo and no buyback.
It's the free-to-play MOBA that tosses you into a pixelated battlefield with more heroes than a superhero convention. Each hero's got their own bag of tricks. It's like assembling your dream superhero squad, but with more screaming and less capes. Sure, it might not have Paragon's fancy graphics or Smite's many unique play modes, but it's the MOBA that's so balanced, it puts gymnasts to shame. Dota 2, where victory tastes sweeter than your grandma's secret cookie recipe, and the learning curve is steeper than a mountain made of rulebooks. Disco Elysium: The Final Cut, where politics meets party and detective work takes a spin on the dance floor. If political games give you hives, steer clear, but if you're ready for a disco inferno of social commentary, step right up. It's not a manifesto, more like a sassy opinion piece with dice rolls. Even though you're on the side of the law, it's the rebellious RPG mechanics and world building that steal the show. Forget ho-hum centrism. This game's got more attitude than a diva with a feather boa.
She's realized you really are brain damaged. Woo men need to go back to the f***ing kitchen. Dead man's penis is average sized.
Disco Elysium, where detective work meets the revolution, and every step is a strut towards greatness on the PC gaming catwalk. Diablo 4, Blizzard's latest RPG masterpiece, is like the OG of the demon-slaying block. Forget who's trendy now, because Diablo was rocking the loot grind when others were in RPG diapers. The visuals are darker than your ex's sense of humor, balancing cartoon fantasy with blood splatters. This game introduces demon-filled zones so massive, even Google Maps would be jealous. Character builds are more diverse than a buffet menu. Necromancers and rogues have more drama than a reality show. Whether you're clicking or controllering, it's like a joyride for your brain's pleasure center, addictive as your grandma's secret cookie stash. One more run? Oh, go on then, just one more demon dance. Baldur's Gate 3 isn't just a game, it's the Rolls-Royce of tabletop-inspired RPGs. With flexibility so wild, it makes yoga look basic and choices so limitless, you'll question your ability to decide what to have for lunch. Love and intimacy are handled with such finesse, even Cupid would give it a standing ovation. Devote 60 hours, then dive back in for a second round with a new character, because variety is the spice of virtual life. It's not just a successor, it's the heir to the throne, and the crown fits like a +5 charisma bonus. All right, fellow gaming enthusiasts, that wraps up our journey through the digital wonderland of 2024's top-notch Steam games. If your gaming wish list isn't longer than your procrastination excuses by now, did we even do our job? Like, subscribe, hit that bell, and may your frame rates be high and your loot drops legendary. Game on.